Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much my darlings for joining me on your week ahead reading. It is the 20th to the 26th of July 2020. I want to show the cards that we're using this week. For your general reading this week, we use the Tarot Grand Luxe by Ciro Marchetti. For your career reading this week, we use the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. And for your love reading this week, we use the Dark Mansion Tarot. For your spiritual guidance this week, we use the Secret Language of Colour cards by Ina Segal. We also use the Law of Attraction Little Reminders cards. And finally, we also use the spiritual guidance this week, the Crazy Sexy Love Notes by Chris Carr. Okay, sit back, relax, guys, and please enjoy the video. Hi, Leo. Happy birthday, my darlings. Welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading, 20th to the 26th of July. Okay, Leo, so let's put some of the cards actually over here, because it looks a little bit, excuse me, out of sync. So we'll put that one there, I think. There we are. So, Leo, let's have a look at what the message is for you this week, 20th to the 26th of July. Ooh, I think I've done, no, sorry, I've turned these around the wrong way. Do apologise, let me turn them the right way up. Yeah, they're the wrong way. I don't actually have reversals in my deck, and if I do, it's usually the 1 or the 2, not 5 altogether. Alright, so the message is the full energy. I feel the focus this week, Leo, probably needs to be on new beginnings and taking a risk and taking a leap of faith. Okay, because the Fool is all about new beginnings and taking a leap of faith. It's ruled by Aquarius and Uranus, so it's about freedom. Free thinking and being an individual here, okay? You know, the King of Swords I often see as a card. It's interesting because you've got two kind of Aquarius energies here in a way. You've got the Fool and you've got the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is all about your thoughts. Often this is clear thinking, thinking of things in a very kind of rational and logical way. Let's have a look at the next one here, Leo. The Knight of Cups. Okay. You know, this kind of makes me feel that this is something to do with, a communication, the King of Swords energy. And then with the Knight of Cups, it feels like this is a gift. So it feels like something is being gifted to you in terms of communication, because we've got a King of Swords. And King of Swords is all about the freedom to communicate. It's almost like it's saying with the Fool energy, the freedom to communicate is a gift. I feel with the Knight of Cups energy showing here. The Moon card showing. So the Moon card is all about a deep vision, or it's all about deep intuition, or a deep knowing with the Moon energy showing here, or a deep desire. Let's have a look at the next one. So the 9 of Wands showing up here. So I'm just going to take a drink a moment. The Moon. So the 9 of Wands is a card about, you can read this in many ways, the 9 of Wands, but I feel that when it's aspected by the Moon, for me that this energy looks very kind of stressy to me. This person looks like, with the 9 of Wands energy, that they're very tired. There's almost a very exhaustive energy showing here, and the Moon energy is about fear. So it's almost like there's a fear here, and it's very exhausting with that Knight of Wands. 9 of Wands, sorry. Because the 9 of Wands represents tiredness as well. It doesn't just mean standing by your post, and it doesn't just mean, you know, cautiousness and guardedness with the 9 of Wands energy. I mean, there may be a secret that you're guarding here, for example, with the 9 of Wands energy. Or a secret with the Moon energy that's stressing somebody out here. Because the 9 of Wands is about feeling stressed as well. I often, when I do tarot, because I've got something like 200 and something decks. 250 decks or something like that. Some people have a lot more, 400, 500, 1,000 decks. That's great. I have about 250 or so, still building And when you see the variety of sort of illustrations on the cards, you learn to read illustrations on decks. It's not just about meanings. You're reading how the cards look, how people are looking, you know, on the decks. And if you look at this moon and the Nine of Wands, he's looking directly towards this Nine of Wands energy here. Okay, so to me, the Nine of Wands can also be a card about bravery and standing brave. So being brave in the face of fear. So standing against your fears. He's not standing, but it's a really weird way that Chiara Marchetti's drawn this Nine of Wands energy. He's tired, but he's not giving up. Okay, so this guy here is very, very tired, but he's not giving up. So in a way, it's still a card about making a stand against the moon. And I think that really, the Fool for me is almost saying that you need to, I think it's, the Fool is also a card about taking a chance. It's very similar to a Wheel of Fortune. So it's almost like communicating feelings as well. The Knight of Cups, any card that's a cup card, like a King of Cups, a Queen of Cups, a Page of Cups, the court cards. For example, also, for example, something like an Ace or a Two of Cups, for example, as well. All cups are feelings, but more and more, some cards are more demonstrative than others. So I think it's a chance. You need to take a chance, take a leap of faith here with the Fool card. I think the message, Leo, is to take a leap of faith with the Fool and to communicate clearly with the King of Swords your feelings with that Knight of Cups energy. I think that some of you guys are guarding your feelings here, because I think with the Nine of Wands and the Moon energy, you're guarding something that I think with the, and the Moon energy is also about our feelings, but usually feeling wise with the Moon, we're kind of suppressing a lot of stuff. And I think that when you get a Moon card, you, in terms of feelings, there's a lot of anxiety that comes along with this card, and there's a lot of fear. So some of you guys may be actually guarding a very deep emotion here, or something that you've been kind of feeling on a very kind of anxiety driven level for a very long time. Because the Nine of Wands, remember in the tarot, the Nine of Wands as a character is a bodyguard. So he would often guard the card that's either to its left or its right, and it's looking over here as well. Okay, and I also feel that with the Nine of Wands and the Moon as well, because he looks so exhausted, I actually feel with this Moon that some of you guys, whatever anxiety you've been feeling here, and I know it's your birthday, but this is what the downloads of the messages are to me that are coming through. Whatever fears that you might have been feeling here, I think that some of you guys, it's really bringing you to that edge, because the Nine of Wands can also mean that somebody is feeling on edge. And I think that whatever this, and the Moon, because it's the major arcana, I think that this is something that has been making you, this is a big thing for some of you guys. Moons often represent mental, and the Nine of Wands can be exhaustion. So mental with the Moon energy, exhaustion with the Nine of Wands. But whatever that fear or anxiety is that some of you guys have been really kind of experiencing on a very deep level, I think some of you guys are actually kind of on edge now. You're getting to that place with that Nine of Wands where you're kind of saying, you know, because the Nine of Wands means to be on edge, and it means that you're just one step away from doing something. So I think that this, whatever this anxiety is, it's really kind of bringing you to that place now. Some of you guys might really be feeling on edge about this Moon energy, you know, feeling of tiredness or anxiety about whatever it is, and it's really bringing you to that edge. So I think that really right now it's really important for some of you Leos to take a chance with this Fool energy and really talk openly and honestly with that King of Swords energy about how you truly feel, because this Moon, whatever that is for some of you guys, is really bringing you to that edge, I think, with the Nine of Wands, and it's time to really talk about how you've been feeling. Let's have a look at the work situation this week coming in. So we've got a judgment being made, a very important decision, I think, with the Judgment card. And the Judgment card in a work reading is often about a big decision. You've reached a crossroads in your working life and your, you know, in your career, and you're making a big decision. This card is ruled by Pluto, so it's the card about death and rebirth, transformation. Let's have a look at this next one. The Two of Swords, that's an interesting one. I think that some of you guys have a very big decision. And, okay, and I also feel what I'm getting here, if you look at this Judgment card here, this guy here, the angel, is calling the woman. Can you see that? She's being called. So also Judgment card can mean you're calling. It can mean something that you're being called to do. It can mean that you're being called towards your life path. Okay, you're being called towards the correct path, the path that you're meant to be working on in terms of your career. All right, this can mean a life path in terms of Judgment, can mean that you want to start working on something that you felt has been a vocation all your life. You might want to become a nun, for example, or, you know, for me, when I was called towards tarot, this was my life path. This is something that I know I'll be doing for the rest of my life, because it's something that I'm so close to, and something that I absolutely love and adore, and I'll never stop loving it, because it's given me so much rewards, not just financially, because I run a very successful business, but also just in terms of helping me on my everyday journey. So this is a calling here, but some of you guys, I think with the Two of Swords, are ignoring it. I think that you're ignoring with that Two of Swords your calling. You can see on the Two of Swords, she's like, no. Can you see her hands are like, no? So I think that some of you guys are ignoring your calling here with this Judgment energy showing here. You've got these twos. So what we've got is decisions. There's a lot of decisions that you're facing, I think, between the 20th and the 26th of July, Leo. Because I do feel that you're actually ignoring your calling, some of you guys. Okay, the Magician, and I think that it may be that the calling is Magician. It's to create something. It's to start something of your own with this Magician energy. You've got a choice to make between two paths. The Magician is all about creating, using your abilities, your skills, your information, your knowledge, you know, your talents to start creating and building something new with the Magician energy showing here. The Hangman energy. So that's an interesting one, Leo. Sometimes the Hangman means that things are being held in suspense. You know, things are being, this is a card about, it can mean several things, the Hangman, in terms of career. Things are being held in suspense is number one. With the Hangman, it's about looking at things from another perspective, for example, when you've got the Hangman energy showing in a reading as well. Seeing things from another angle. It's about letting go. It's about surrender when you get the Hangman energy. It's about a change of position with the Hangman energy showing here. It's an interesting one. But I think it's something about changing up as well, because the Hangman is changing its position and the Magician is all about the skill. It's an interesting one, actually, because of that Hangman sitting in there. We've got an action card, and then we've got a non-action card there. So I think you've got a decision between two paths. One, whether you take action, and one, whether you stay where you are with the Hangman. Because we've got action, and then we've got non-action. So action with the Magician is getting out there and making things happen. The non-action with the Hangman is just surrendering to what is and just living the life that you've always lived. So I think in your work reading this week, Leo, really what it's trying to tell you is that, you know, some of you guys have a very important decision to make, but I think that you're ignoring, and with the Two of Swords, I'll say two things. I think you're putting off with that Two of Swords, making that decision, and I also think that you're ignoring your calling, because there is a calling here for you. You are where you are, but you're not meant to be where you are. Okay, you're facing a choice between two paths, whether you take action concerning this calling, or whether with the Hangman you stay where you are. Finally, in terms of love, what have we got here? We've got the Wheel of Fortune, so it could be something unexpected. Fate and destiny awaits. Seven of Wands energy showing here. So the Seven of Wands for me, whenever I do the Seven of Wands in a love reading, often this card, Leo, would represent somebody who has a lot of admirers, because it could be unexpected. Maybe there's an admirer coming through. I often see the Seven of Wands as an admirer. But I see a lack of interest. I get the impression here with the Wheel of Fortune that there is something unexpected coming through, or it could be ongoing challenges that you're facing as well, because the wheel can represent something that is ongoing. It goes around in circles, and that can be a challenge. So actually, I think that thinking about it, this is actually with the Wheel of Fortune, ongoing challenges. Unfortunately, I am seeing, so I know it's your birthday, but it's the way it is, you know. Some of you guys are going to be like, oh, it's our birthday, why don't, but you know, it is, you know, it is what it is. Do you see what I mean? It is what it is. And I just read the cards how I read the cards. So I'm sorry if you're disappointed and you expect, and I just read what I see. There could be some unexpected challenges coming in, or there are ongoing challenges. I just feel that, I mean, these two cards together, though, I'll read it two ways. Out of the blue with the Wheel of Fortune, you could find yourself being barraged by a lot of attention here. Though some of you guys are probably quite selective with that. These two cards, in terms of a love reading, Leo, can mean that you're getting lots and lots of attention. Now, the Four of Cups gets lots of attention, but he doesn't want it. So he's being selective. This guy here has to beat interest off with a stick. So it may be out of the blue you're getting lots of attention between the 20th and the 26th of July 2020, but it could also be read as ongoing challenges. There's a lack of interest here with the Four of Cups, or boredom, or you're getting bored with this with the Four of Cups. Let's look at the other ones. The Ace of Wands energy. So this is something new emerging with the Ace of Wands energy. Some of you guys are considering a new relationship, I would say, with that Seven of Coins and the Ace of Wands. Okay, there's two things here. I think either in terms of love, some of you guys unexpectedly out of the blue, you're going to get a lot of attention. Some of you guys might not be that interested though. You may be waiting for that spark, or you're waiting for something, a relationship in which there is a spark, for example. So you may be getting a lot of attention, but maybe no one that you're particularly interested in. The other way that I think we can look at this is saying that some of you guys may face ongoing challenges. There's a bit of boredom here, and what you're doing is you're waiting for something new to come in. Okay, right, let's have a quick look over the reading again one more time before we do the spiritual cards, the spiritual advice for the week, Leo. So I feel that in the advice for the week, just general advice, I think that some of you guys have been kind of guarding a very deep secret, and also this could be a deep secret as well, because moons represent secrecy, things that are hidden. Some of you guys with that Nine of Wands may have been hiding or guarding a secret here with that moon and the Nine of Wands, guarding a secret. Some of you guys, it might be that there's been some deep anxiety you've been feeling, and it's really taking you to the edge with that Nine of Wands. But I think that whatever the case is, I think that you need to take a chance with this full energy. Okay, and I think that you need to talk about clearly and honestly about how you feel. So you need to clearly and honestly talk about your feelings with that King of Swords and the Knight of Cups. For work, there is a big decision to be made here. Some of you guys are ignoring this, I think, with the Two of Swords, or you're ignoring your calling. You're being called to do something, but you're ignoring doing it. I think that you're facing a decision here with the Two of Wands energy between the 20th and the 26th, whether you want to take action in terms of this decision, this calling, judgment, or whether you stay as you are and just hold back a little bit there. Finally, for love, either for some of you guys, ongoing challenges, boredom with the Four of Cups, getting fed up and waiting for something new to come in, or unexpectedly out of the blue, you're going to get loads and loads of attention. But some of you guys don't seem that thrilled with it, and it may be that you have to wait for something new to come through again, or wait for that spark to start up with someone there. Let's have a quick look then at your spiritual advice. So, using the crazy sexy love notes, Leo, the spiritual advice is to breathe deeply. And it says here, breathe big, let it all in, expand your fabulous belly. Who cares if your jeans feel too tight? Here's an idea, buy a roomier pair. Deep, full breaths invigorate you. They release sadness and allow ecstasy to flood in. Pause, inhale, a long, slow, big, delicious breath. Inhale, remember, whenever the going gets tough, take a deep breath and trust that you are capable of greatness. Fantastic. What you need to focus on attracting in this week is to relax, okay? So it says here, the mantra for this week is, I choose to relax and not to fill my mind with worry, as that creates stress. Fantastic. And finally, the colour that you need to be focusing on this week, Leo, is burgundy. Awaken your passions, okay? So it's time to awaken your passions this week. And I'm just going to get the booklet and see what the mantra is for this one that you need to say this week. Let's have a look. So burgundy. Okay. Burgundy connects to your passion, vibrancy, and enthusiasm for life. It leads you to your life purpose and makes your dreams a reality. Burgundy also energizes you whenever you are feeling down. A lot of these cards are talking about you feeling down and the need to re-energize, the need to relax, the need to take a deep breath, that type of thing. And I think a lot of it kind of may relate. I can see it relating to all of the readings. So I think we're getting some really good advice here. Burgundy also energizes you when you are feeling down, showing you your path when you feel lost. Awaken your passion with burgundy. Okay. So write down all the things you love or would love to do, feel and experience. Wear something burgundy close to your heart, or create a special bracelet for yourself that you can wear often to remind you of your passion. Okay. Now what you need to say is this: divine intelligence, please allow me to awaken my intuition, passion and love for life so that I can feel my extraordinary potential. Okay, let's say it one more time together, guys. Divine intelligence, please allow me to awaken my intuition, passion and love for life so that I can feel my extraordinary potential. Okay, that's fantastic. Wonderful. That is your reading for the week, guys. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you would like to order your own personal reading, click on the link in the comment section below or the end screen, and have a fantastic birthday, Leo, and I will see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.